And we're back.
And we're back.
Okay.
And we're back.
We are back. I wore my shirt. Welcome to the shit show, huh?
So I'm going to start off by ranting about my dining experience last night.
Okay. Everybody else does on social media. Why not? Why not?
Oh, no. It's pertinent. It's pertinent.
Okay.
Pertinent.
Pertinent. You had it right. Don't spell it though. Don't worry about that.
I can't spell it. Fuck it. So me and my lovely, beautiful girlfriend decided to go out for a nice Thai fusion dining experience. We make reservations at 6:30 for this place called Sandy's in Janesville, Wisconsin. 90% of the people that, the 4 people that still watch this fucking show, even know what this place is. But it's Sandy's in Janesville, Wisconsin, Thai fusion. Fuck that place, and here's why. At 6:30, we get there. Do we have a table? We do not. No problem. It's busy. It's Valentine's Day. We're recording this February 15th. Okay. So we have a seat at the bar. 10 minutes while sitting there, the girlfriend gets asked if she would like something to drink. I'm sitting right next to her. I don't get asked. Fuck me, right? Okay.
Well, it's Valentine's Day,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Why would you think that the guy sitting next to the girl is with her? Maybe we both are parched.
Could be going Dutch. I don't know, man.
Exactly. So she orders some fruity ass strawberry daiquiri margarita, whatever the fuck she orders.
Sure. Valentine's Day, yep.
Right. 10 minutes later, she gets it. I'm still sitting there with my dick in my hand, fucking wondering, so fuck me, right?
Nobody... Well, that could be why you weren't getting service. You were waiting for to finish with your dick in your hand, but just an observation. Anyway,
it was figuratively, not literally.
Work with me.
I know. So here I am with nothing. Then she comes up and goes, "Would you like something to drink?" About 5 minutes later. So now we're 25 minutes into past our reservation time, sitting at a bar. And now I'm getting asked, "Do you want something to drink?" I'm like, "Sure, I'll take and I look at the back wall. I'll take a bullet bourbon and water." The confusion on this girl's face, like, a what? I'm like, "Bullet bourbon." And I pointed to it. She grabs Maker's Mark. I'm like, no. The one with the green label. Bullet bourbon, Irish whiskey. It's right there. It's right there. Oh, green. Okay. How do you want it? Bitch. I didn't say this, but I wanted to so bad. Bitch. You put 2 fingers at the bottom of the glass. You fill it up to the top of your finger. Then you put ice and water in it.
Not the other way around.
You just made some fusion daiquiri strawberry thing where you had to muddle shit and everything. But bullet bourbon and water, that apparently is fucking out of your fucking realm of expertise.
I blame John Taffer.
Fuck that guy. How many bars did you rescue? Yeah, they're famous for a week and then they fucking fold anyways. But hey, you spent fucking 20, 30, 50 fucking grand fucking putting bright lights in there.
I'm waiting for the Fast Eddie's episode to come out. He was right up the street from the clubhouse.
Yeah, but I don't think that's happening. Anyway. So now we're about 45 minutes into our dining experience, still sitting at the bar drinking our drinks. Then we get a table. For appetizers, she orders egg drop soup and shrimp tempura.
Tempura.
Yeah, that. Basically, 4 deep fried shrimp and fucking chili cheese, not chili cheese, chili sweet and sour sauce, and egg drop soup. That comes out 10 minutes later. Cool. We enjoy it. Not bad. Then we place our order. I ordered basically chicken teriyaki over vegetables, and she ordered wherever the fuck she ordered, had noodles and stuff in it. I don't fucking remember.
Fusion.
1 hour later.
Oh, man.
We get our food. So if you're keeping track, we've already been there for an hour and a half. Mine is ice fucking cold. Hers is nice and hot. I say to her, I go, "My food is fucking cold." She's like, "What? You should say something." I'm like, "No, I'll tell you exactly why. Because then I'm going to have to wait another fucking 15 minutes to a half a fucking hour to get my fucking food back. After that, you're going to be fucking done. And I'm going to be sitting there with a fucking, like an asshole with fucking basically microwave fucking food that I just fucking had. Fuck it. I've had cold food before. I'll eat it. I don't give a shit. She said something when the waitress comes by and goes, "How is everything?" She goes, "Well, his is cold." She goes, "Oh, I'll take it back." I'm like, "Don't worry about it. I'm good. Just, I'm going to eat it. I'm fine." Then the owner comes up. "Oh, no, no, no. I fixed for you." No, 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 no fix for me. I'm fine. Okay. I'm fucking fine. 2.5 hours later, we get our bill. $93 and change for 2 drinks and 2 glorified fucking Chinese fucking meals on a plate and a couple of appetizers. Fuck Sandy's in Janesville.
I,
You know
I
what
got
I
nothing.
call the local Chinese joint? Shout out to Oriental Express. We can order a bunch of Chinese food. 15-minute. That's what they say every
And you
time.
go there in
Doesn't
10
matter.
minutes and they've got it. That's a good story. That's a good restaurant.
15-minute. They never fuck it up. They always get it right.
Always.
15-minute. 15-minute.
It's always hot, always tastes good, good portions. Yeah.
15.
I, I had a much better experience last night on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, how was your Valentine's Day?
Well, I cooked. That's why it was much better.
Yeah.
I had filet mignon. I did the old reverse sear, so I baked them in the oven first, all and then seared them at the end. We had a nice potato and apple pancake with some fresh scallion and some shallots, and some steamed broccoli, and then a chocolate satin tort for dessert.
So
You
here
know,
we are at the Dining Experience Lifestyle Podcast.
well, people eat every day. It's kind of we all kind of have that in common, man.
Oh, we do.
It's a
Here's where it comes up. Let me bring it all around.
oh, good.
So a lot of the motorcycle community, man, we ride our bikes on the fucking public roads. And cars, trucks, other traffic, they do dumb shit and we got to deal with it because we're very vulnerable. We're basically meat suits riding a motorized vehicle with no protection. You can
Pretty
put a
much,
helmet
yeah.
on, but we're all soft and gooey. So if you hit something really hard, you're going to die.
Yeah.
So we're used to dealing with people inconveniencing us. So when it happens on a normal day, God damn it, it kind of turks you a little bit. Or twerks you. Turks. Whatever.
Either way, it pisses you off, man. Myth. How's that? Myth.
By the way, once again, if you haven't realized that I'm still in Wisconsin, Tank is in Florida, and I've just had to move more snow again in the past few days, and I have to do it again tomorrow because they forecast another 4 to 5 inches.
Yeah, I saw that, man. I was looking through the clubhouse cameras going, oh, man, that shit be coming down again, man.
So let's get into the subject.
Yeah.
Harley-Davidsons are now appliances.
Okay.
And here's why.
Okay, why do you say that?
Well, here's why I say it. Most people, and I've noticed, that buy new Harley-Davidsons are people who are older. They have the gray hair. They're probably in their 50s or 40s. Most of them. Not
Midlife
saying all,
crisis
but
or
most.
newly retired.
Right.
Yep.
They're trying to relive a rebel youth they never had. Or they're trying to relive something, whatever. They get a fucking new Harley, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's the first thing you fucking do when you buy a new Harley?
We got to get your new Harley gear, right?
Well, you got to get your Harley gear.
Yeah.
That's right. And then you got to modify it. Why? Because new Harleys are fucking neutered because of emissions and EPA and all that bullshit.
Right.
Understandable. So we got to get our exhaust because it's got to sound like a Harley because new Harleys do not sound like Harleys. They sound like like a Honda, basically. And we got to get our exhaust. We got to get our Screaming Eagle fucking pipes. We got to get our fucking our potato going on. And then we leave it alone. And then we just ride it. Most people put what, a couple thousand miles on
Yeah, that's your
in a
average
year.
rider. Yeah.
And
1,500 probably.
right. And we putz around on it. And then a few years later, well, we got to get a new bike because this one's getting old. It's 3 years old and it's got almost 5,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
And then we trade it in.
Mm-hmm.
And then shitbags like us go and buy them because they're basically brand fucking new. They're barely broken in.
Yep.
And most people don't work on their own bikes.
But we're shitbags. We can't afford the labor, so we do it ourselves.
Well, that's just very true. But when we say, hey, do you work on your bike? Guys will say, no, I can't. All the technology, I can't figure it out. Really?
Mm-hmm.
You think you need a laptop to change your own oil? You think you need a laptop to fucking swap out a tire, take a wheel off?
Bleed your brakes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's still nuts and bolts, man.
Clean your throttle bodies. I mean, there's just some simple, easy maintenance you can do.
Mm-hmm. But guys don't do it anymore.
Okay. Well, I mean, Harley has always had a love-hate relationship with their customer, right?
Well, I mean, Harley at the end of the day is a business. And they're in the business of making motorcycles, selling motorcycles.
Right. But I contend that Harley for years has not necessarily advanced their technology. And I'm saying advanced their technology to suit the customer more to suit their needs because they are a business. And that's a history of it.
That is true. But at the same time, they got to compete. Let's be honest. Is Harley the fastest bike on the market? Not even close. Not even close. I mean, we like to shit on Gold Wings on this podcast,
but they're way more advanced.
They're faster. They stop faster. Yada yada yada. But you're still a dork if you ride one. Sorry to our listeners that ride Gold Wings.
It's not the bike. It's the people that ride them. They're just weird.
They're fucking.
As a general rule, I know there's cool dudes. I've met them, but yeah.
But they're kind of dorks.
They're kind of dorks, yeah.
The Gold Wing is the pocket protector of motorcycles.
Right, but I mean, you say that Harley's has to compete.
They have to.
They do, but they're reluctant to do so. And what I mean by that is that they've, look what they did in, 1983, man. When Willie G and company bought them over from AMF. And they said, hey, man, we need Ronnie Reagan there. We need a little help. We need a little help in this department because, we got to recover from this, and we really need you to put some sanctions, some tariffs on these Japanese motorcycles, in order for us to be able to recoup and compete. Meanwhile, the Japanese motorcycles that came in and caused all this in the 70s were basically because in '69 Harley was bought out by American Mining and Foundry, right? American Machine and Foundry, and
the Japanese company,
and they cut a bunch of the labor force, and they changed a lot of their and tried to modify a lot of their new parts and stuff that they were manufacturing to make them more affordable to people. So
they made fucking golf carts.
Well, I know motorhomes. But Harley's had that relationship within the foreign market for a long time.
Right.
No, I mean, what is that? Rikuyo, I think was the name of it, was the Japanese company that they tried to put out a Japanese Harley for a while, and then they manufactured I think it was the 74 cubic inch motor there in Japan up until I think it was in the 50s, when 52 or 53 when they sold it in Japan. I mean, but they also had a relationship with BMW back in the day. They were, the U.S. government contracted them. This is back when they were looking, like military use vehicles, and they contacted BMW. The military contracted them to make an efficient motorcycle that they could use in the military. So they copied the BMW model, which was basically flat pistons across, across the frame, and they found out that that actually that cylinder head system ran about 100 degrees cooler than like the UVH and the ULH, their old flathead 80-inch motor. And so they manufactured those and then found out all sorts of technological advances. And then Jeep came in and said, fuck you, Harley. So Harley only produced about 1,000 of those bikes, right?
Yeah.
So then they come back in and they go, okay, well, we're going to fuck those motorcycles. We're just going to go with the knucklehead here, and and the panhead. And they went back on their technology again. So like more planned obsolescence. They've had an opportunity to make their motorcycles better over the years, and they've refused. They've kept within a market, and I think they've done that to maintain exclusivity because for a long time they were the only game in town in America for an American-made motorcycle. And I think that comes into play. So you can say, yeah, they have to compete, but they haven't wanted to. They wanted their own fucking playing field, man.
Yeah, but here we are in 2025, and there's basically two companies now making American motorcycles, Indian and Harley.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, you look at the new Indian Challenger, and they kind of cheated and looked at the Road Glide and was like, we'll do that. But here's the
Yeah.
nice thing about Harley. You can modify the piss out of them. I mean, you're getting guys with 2024s. I was just talking to a buddy of mine they're doing big things. I'm going to try to get them on the podcast. They just put a new computer in it because there's, you know what? I should have looked it up beforehand, but I didn't. And they're putting cams in it and yada yada. They're getting 140 naturally aspirated to the rear tire.
Now, how are they getting around the Harley computer system
They put a brand new one in it.
is that what? So they just bypassed
There's a new
it?
company there's a company out right now that's making a whole new ECM for them. Innovation, the aftermarket. And that's where Harley shines, the aftermarket.
Yeah, but I think people shine for Harley. You know what I mean? A lot of the independents come around and they make this shit to modify it so people can get that new Harley. It's kind of in conjunction. For all we know, they're funding them, just to keep the mystique alive. Fuck.
I'm reminded of a saying that I heard from an old time biker: Harleys never die, just the owners. Because let's be honest, nobody's fucking rebuilding old ass fucking 70s fucking Jap bikes.
No.
I mean, maybe a few here and there.
CB 750s.
Let's be honest. I mean, we're old enough where we remember where nobody wanted a shovel head.
Yeah.
You couldn't give one of them fucking bikes away.
Well, between 1969 and 1980, yeah.
Right? But now you can't touch one of them fucking engines for less than $4,000.
Oh my God, I know, right? Try to find a barn find shovel head nowadays.
And now the Evos are getting there. And you ride an Evo every summer.
I do.
I mean, and what? You picked that up for a couple grand because nobody wanted it because it was a basket case and yada, yada, yada?
$2,000 basket case at a Victory dealership in West Bend, Wisconsin.
And now they're turning into something. Now people are like, oh man, that's an Evo, man. I haven't seen one of those in forever.
Yeah, and I've been riding the thing since 2015. Yeah.
So Harleys get better with age. They're like a wine. Sure. Are there Japanese whiskeys that'll get you there faster? Absolutely. But who doesn't like a good fucking red wine that's aged to perfection?
Oh, the thing about the Evos, right? No rubber mounts on that motor. Like, you're fucking riding something, I mean, you got a 93 or 92, and mine's a 94. I mean, there we were fucking leading how many packs this year, rumbling and fucking shaking away as we're coming down the road.
Yep. Here I am fucking riding right next to
Keeping up.
I mean, I'm riding next to a guy on an M8 that has cams, whatever, blah, 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 132 horsepower, and I'm doing 100 right next to him. I mean, let's be honest. You don't need the new fancy bells and whistles and all that shit. But if you want it, hey, good for you. And I really like what the younger generation's doing with bikes. I mean, they're taking twin cams and they're racing them. They're taking baggers and racing them. The guy I mentioned before, he's got carbon fiber everything. He's got an aluminum swing arm. He's got the rear shocks with the accumulators on them. I mean, they're dialing them in. They're making them performance. They're doing things. That's the future of Harley. Let's look at the Pan America.
Mm.
I was in Sturgis a couple years ago talking to a dealer guy, and he's like, "Dude, we can't keep these in the house, man. When we get them, we sell them right away. Pan America, sold, sold, sold." That new what do they call it? Revolution?
Oh, you're talking about the Eric Buell, the
No,
Revolution one? Oh no,
no,
new
no,
Revolution
not
motor.
Buell.
Right,
We'll
right,
talk about Buell in a second, but
right.
the
The
new
new
Harley,
Revolution motor. Right, right,
right?
right.
They're amazing. Where they make like 150 horsepower out of the box.
Almost, yeah. And I know, and then the torque's right behind it too. I mean, pretty soon we're gonna get a square motor out of these motherfuckers. Stock.
And the thing of it is that we had the V-Rod back in the day.
Mm.
Harley tried this before. Hey, look at our new badass engine. We could put this in a bike and it's going to go fast. It can compete.
Yeah,
And
but
people were
they stuck it in that faggoty ass frame.
that's the problem. We can't say fag on the internet
Oh,
anymore.
oh, I said faggoty ass. I'm sorry. They stuck it in that goddamn ugly frame.
You can't say goddamn either.
Damn it. Shit. Fuck.
They
All right,
stuck it in that they-them frame.
Which Trump's in the office now, brother.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, faggot ass frame, faggot.
There we go. There we go. Power to the
Almost drop the
people.
N-bomb.
No, we won't do that.
No, we don't.
We'll save that for a stripper at the Vegas Club.
Shout out to Big Bone 1%er.
And Baby Doll for dropping the N-bomb on the podcast so many years ago.
Baby Doll did.
Baby
We
Doll
used to do podcasts with strippers. Now here we are bitching about Harley.
Those were some of the funnest episodes. Even when we were like really mad at each other, they're doing it, you know. It happens.
We can't mention those that can't be named anymore, Tank.
Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies. Anyway. So appliances. So
Real biker life came out there.
yeah, I know, right? So appliances, like, are we getting to the point where your Harley's going to be online to a satellite and it's going to call you when it needs an oil change?
I mean, they got touchscreens, man.
Yeah.
They got fucking touchscreens, dude.
I know.
Like, all right. I remember coming down to the clubhouse, getting ready to go to, meet you down in Kentucky or something like that. And we're all fucking fired up. It's fucking rainy. It's fucking cold, yada, yada, yada. We go out to our bikes. We fire them up. We wipe the seats off, yada, yada, yada. Now I have to wait for a dude to sit there and go do and fucking find the perfect playlist for the ride. And then he's got to punch it into his GPS, even though he's following me and I know the fucking directions. But, I got to wait for this asshole. And he's got to do. He's got to send his fucking motorcycle an email just to ride on the interstate.
Which has big signs.
Big signs. Big signs.
Yeah, I know. It cracks me up.
I-39 this way.
Yeah, I know, right? That ride really couldn't be easier. It gets a little weird down by Peoria, but
Well, it's Illinois. It's
Illinois. I know.
It's a slow death going through Illinois.
Real quick,
shout out to fucking old Bacon Fingers.
Oh yeah. That's right, Polly Bacon Fingers.
Polly Bacon Fingers.
The Dinosaurs MC.
That's right. Shout out to the dinosaurs.
Yeah, good. He was a good dude, man.
But yeah, I mean,
best job in the world.
Nowadays, I mean, guys are fucking, I mean, I got my heated gloves, my heated jacket, my heated pants, my heated boots, my heated socks, my heated fucking long underwear. I'm like,
I know.
What are we doing, guys? It's my rain gear, a leather jacket. Fuck you.
Right. Yeah. I have gloves. I have waterproof gloves with gauntlets. Exactly.
Yes.
Because here's the reality of a rain suit. When you need it, you're already soaking wet. Yep. Unless you're really good weather prognosticator and you want to stick that fucking thing on and then be riding the whole time, and then now suddenly you're in a sauna. And it hasn't rained yet. So you're wet.
Shout out to Joe Rogan. He's all about the sauna. He says it's good for you.
Joe's into some shit, man. I like Joe.
Joe Rogan's good shit.
We'd love to get him on the podcast, but he'd never do it with a couple of schleps like us.
He's probably pretty busy.
I think he is. Yeah, he's got a lot to talk about.
Also, I'd like to talk about how Donald Trump didn't do our podcast. He did everybody else's goddamn podcast. We love Trump. We're big Trump supporters. Shut up, Bone 1%er.
Hey, yeah. I do want to say this right now, and we're generally not political, but I think it's time for some perp walks. Like we've heard about the correction. They know where it is, right? We've heard all that shit before. I want to see some perp walks. So perp walks.
You want to talk about the USA AID?
Oh God, we'd be here all day. No, I don't.
No, we don't. We're not
I wanna-
political on this podcast.
No, we're not. I want to get back to, motorcycles as appliances because you might be onto something.
Well, look at it like this. Most guys, I mean, the movie The Bike Riders came out last year, right?
Yep.
Okay. Some people didn't like it because it wasn't Sons of Anarchy. Everybody that's in the club that watched it was like, that's a pretty good fucking movie. Because that's a pretty good fucking movie.
Yeah.
Back in the day, guys would ride their bikes, they'd work on their bikes. It was all about, I'm one with this fucking thing. We talk about freedom all the time. What does that mean? I mean, you could be free in a car and drive wherever the fuck you want. So why is a motorcycle freedom? It's the feeling you get from it. The fact that you and this machine are fucking traveling down a highway and all you hear is the wind and the engine. And nowadays, guys are like, well, I need fucking 2,000 watts of fucking audio power so I can listen to fucking music. And if I don't have fucking wind protection, then that's going to suck. And
I know, man, but as the aging of motorcycle riders happens, so we're going to see the advancement of technology and the philosophy in their head of how that technology helps them.
Look, there were windshields on bikes back in the day.
Sure were.
I get it. I mean, I got the gray hair. I understand beaten up by the wind. I get that. So I don't. But do you need a giant fairing and lowers and a radio and GPS and Bluetooth so you can talk to your wife when she calls and you hit your thing inside of your helmet and go, hi, honey, what's going on?
Right. Actually, I want to limit my distractions, honestly. Because there's enough going on out there without me having to listen to somebody's music, my music, worry about somebody talking in my ear, worry about all that bullshit. Look at a screen to see, where I'm going on my GPS. I hate that.
You might as well just fucking jump in a car.
Might as well cage it. I agree, But there's still a big group of bikers out there, enthusiasts that ride for the sheer love of riding. Guys that know that they built that bike, right? They maintain it, and now they're out on the road. And if you want the true feeling of freedom, work on your own shit, turn your own screws, tighten your own bolts, put your own fluids in, change your own tires, do all that stuff, and ride on the bike. And I think you'll find it's a little more freeing because that's you, man.
And that's why we do this podcast for those guys.
That's exactly why. Even the gold wingers would do it. They got somebody who's willing to take 6 hours to get all his plastic off just to get to the motor. Hey, man, more power to you.
Yeah, if you want to swing your leg over a fucking BMW in the middle of winter with snow tires on it, fucking, that's impressive.
Yeah. But I got to tell you, man, I still got to say shout out to Victory Motorcycles and shout out to those guys that are riding those older Victories that kept it stock, that are getting 250,000 miles on them now. Yes, Yes, I've kept it stock. But there's guys out there that got a quarter million miles. What's that?
Nice flex.
Sorry, I'm going through the bike right now. I just like I do.
Shout out to those guys that are rebuilding an 09 Road King that it's like their fourth time and they got to fight with it every day.
Oh, fuck you and your guy. Oh, the
shout out to the guys that drive 02 Tahoes.
Hey, you got that old Softail up and running, huh?
And shout out to the Softail guys out there with their
and the Frankenstein models,
front ends, and their bullshit fucking open belt drive that you thought was cool, but it's a pain ass tear apart.
Put together by hillbillies in North Carolina.
Shout out to hillbillies in North Carolina out there. Oh shit, I think that guy got fucked up by that hurricane.
Oh, did he?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, everybody got messed up by that hurricane, man.
Shout out to the people that got fucked up by the hurricanes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's still all messed up out here on the coast, but
that's okay. We're giving fucking $59 million to illegals in New York.
For hotels, luxury hotels. Yeah, apparently.
Well,
Oh, well, I don't want to talk about that.
No, we don't want to talk about that.
No, I did have a guy the other day, though.
Shout out the Bone 1%er.
pull up next to me in traffic, right?
Yeah,
So I'm sitting there, I got all my gear on. Of course, I'm not wearing a helmet. I'm just wearing my hat.
sure.
He's got flip-flops, shorts, a t-shirt, and a helmet, and looks over at me and says, "No helmet? You're an idiot," and then takes off.
Well, you are in Florida.
Well, I guess that's redundant, isn't it, in Florida?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are retarded.
Well, I actually paid money this week to bring my 88-year-old mother, to a gator farm, a
Shout
gator
out to
zoo.
Gators.
They're impressive, man. Anything they go 2 years without eating. Did you know that? 2 years without eating.
They're fucking dinosaurs.
Yeah, they
You
are.
live with dinosaurs.
Yes.
Do you
Yes.
know that sharks are older than trees?
Yeah, I was just reading that this past week.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to sharks. Yeah, we went up to see some manatees. When you got your 80-year-old mom in town, you bring her, you do the tourist things, right?
Right.
So we went up and we went to this place where it's called the manatee viewing area, right? And every winter, the couple thousand manatee get in there, and all they get all around. Everybody goes ooh and on, looks at them. Well, we get there this year, two manatee. That's it, mother and a calf, and then there was like 50 huge bull sharks all right there. That was cool as hell. Just kind of swimming around, making you want to go swimming.
Right. You know that manatees were the what do you call
They
it?
thought they were mermaids.
They thought they were mermaids.
That
Here's
must have
the
been
thing.
some hard up motherfuckers, boy. They must have been horny as hell.
Here's the thing. Once upon a time, I owned a crotch rocket.
Mm.
2000 Honda Superhawk
Yep.
996. And I crashed the ever loving fuck out of it at like 120. Damn near ripped my left leg off.
They've seen
Horrible situation.
Mm.
Well, after I did that, I was on some pretty aggressive painkillers. And Discovery Channel had one of those mockumentary or mock docu. It was like a pretend
A
documentary.
mockumentary, yep.
Yeah, however you say it. Right.
Sure.
And it was about mermaids and how they were real. Now, at the time, I was very medicated. I thought for sure mermaids were real. They really convinced me.
Well, that was
So,
some pretty
you're watching
wild
this.
footage they had.
Exactly. Go on YouTube and look up mermaid documentary.
Oh man.
I thought they were real for like a good hour. Like I was like grabbing people going, mermaids are real. They're not real. They're manatees.
Mm.
You could see them in Florida.
Yes, you can. All over the place.
Don't know where I was going with that.
I don't know either, man. Florida. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I don't know.
Ride you around?
Fuck off. I just looked at the camera and saw the snow. Anyways,
sorry, brother.
it's all right.
You got some vacation time. Come on down here. We got an open bedroom,
I don't.
That's
and
too
I'm
bad.
poor.
That's too bad.
We gotta monetize some of this. I mean, if you're listening, comment below, but fuck, how do people make money doing this shit?
Apparently they get a lot of people clicking in.
I mean,
I
fucking
don't
man.
know.
You got your Black Dragons, you got your Insane Throttles, and all them guys, they're making money. How the fuck are we? We're poor shit. Fucking Demons Road's like a fucking millionaire. That fucking guy.
I know, and he wears a wig.
He wears a wig?
I think he does. This guy can't be his own hair. Come on.
No, well, dude, he's Latino. And we know about Cholo, and I mean, they never lose their hair. They have beautiful hair. That's white people can't be good at everything. Yeah, but still. You know what I mean?
I do.
My brother Cholo is fucking 3 years older than me, not one fucking gray hair in his fucking head, and look at me, I look like goddamn Santa if I don't.
And you'd think if anybody would have gray hair in his head after what Cholo's been through, it would be him, right? Oh well. Brother Cholo's building a bike, huh?
Well,
Assembling one? I know.
he's okay.
He's keeping up with the Joneses is what he's doing.
That's what he does. Which is kind of funny because he's already got a bike that makes like 100 and almost 60 horsepower on the lowest boost setting.
Yeah, I know.
But he doesn't want to ride it because it's almost unrideable at times.
Yeah.
Because it's a Softail Slim. What is it? I don't know. Last year, the fucking Softail Slim with a twin cam in it with a fucking giant turbo on it and air ride, and it
And
sits on the frame.
and too many one-off parts on that thing to even count. I mean, he had that thing in Harley Museum, for crying out loud.
Yeah, it's been all over the country
I know
as,
it's been
as a show bike.
as a show bike. It's won so many trophies. It's crazy.
Yeah. And then he built another Softail and did a Cholo style where it's like, what's he got on there now? Like a fucking 24-inch fucking, 24-inch spoke front end and
Mm-hmm.
apes and the swoopy fucking fender, and it's all,
Mm-hmm.
and the fucking fishtails, but that's almost unrideable now because not exactly practical because it's static dropped, it's not air ride, and it fucking drags on the fucking ground whenever you ride it. So then he went out and bought a fucking 2023 Road Glide, and then decided to start fucking with that. Now that's going to Fuel Moto or wherever the fuck it's going to get built up because another guy in the club bought a turbo bike and it's like rideable and makes more horsepower. He's like, I can't have it. I can't have it. I'm like,
Where's he going to ride it?
I don't know.
I mean, when you bought the Road King from him. I mean, at that point in time, that thing was making silly, silly horsepower.
It was.
And then you made it make even sillier horsepower. But
Once upon a time, my Road King was in a magazine because it was the most horsepower made by a naturally aspirated Harley-Davidson.
Mm-hmm.
That was 2010. And I just sold that engine, and now I'm putting in a stock engine because I just want to ride the goddamn bike.
Well, you dumbed that thing down by about 25 horsepower, too, last time you redid it.
Yeah, because it wanted to melt itself down if you fucking went over 100 miles because it got too fucking hot.
Yeah. Yep. That thing. Plus, you rode home from Kentucky one time on one cylinder on that goddamn thing. True story.
Fucking blew a head gasket
Mm-hmm.
on the way to Kentucky. Rode it back to Kentucky, and we
Mhm.
never did under 90.
In the rain.
In the rain.
Yeah,
Had to stop and put oil in it at every gas station because it was puking fucking oil off the goddamn thing.
and repeating like a howitzer.
Yeah. Because the computer was fucking around trying to figure out what to fucking do, and it would just every once in a while, bang.
It would spool up, boom, 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 bang. Yeah. Back, I was riding sweep all the way in the back. I was laughing every time that happened, man. Oh,
Nowadays, I got to do this just to look at my phone sometimes. Fucking A. I know. Here we are, trying to sound cool on the internet. The world famous Biker's Lifestyle Podcast.
I don't care if I'm cool anymore. I really don't care about any of that.
No, but we are cool, and here's why. Because Harleys aren't appliances to us.
That's true.
Let's be honest, we're all going to die someday.
It's a rumor.
And somebody will inherit my bike.
Mm.
And when I bought my Road King, it had 17,000 miles on it. Right now, it's somewhere in the 70s. And that was 7 years ago, give or take. And I'll put more miles on it. I would love to see that fucking odometer hit like 2 something.
Right.
Like your victory.
Right. Yeah.
Flex.
Hey, very good.
And I'm going to pass it down. I don't know who's going to get it. Somebody will get it.
Same with my soft
A
tail.
stranger. Maybe whoever inherits my shit sells it. I don't fucking care.
I
But
just want it to
hopefully
live on.
someday there's going to be a YouTube channel or whatever platform being like, here we are restoring this 2009 Road King and blah, blah, blah. And they have a story about it. Because Harleys aren't fucking appliances.
No, they're not. They're not. And Harleys have there's a lot of rich history and a lot of stories behind them, that's for sure. I mean, there's
just because they stick fancy fucking electronics on it, don't be too scared to fucking jack that motherfucker up and take that fucking rear wheel off and actually change your rear tire.
Well,
Don't be scared to swap out your brakes.
remember when the twin cam came out, man, the TC88, they were saying, oh man, we're not going to be able to modify these. We can't work our own bikes anymore. Remember that?
Yep.
Yeah, proving them wrong. You know, there's always going to be guys that are going to find their ways around bullshit. I mean, when we first originally talking about this subject, one of the things we are going to bring up is the fact that like in order to get a light bulb change on the new Harleys, you had to fucking go and get it remapped, right?
Well, yeah, because the factory will always try to find a way, because nowadays, just like auto manufacturers, they make their money selling you a bike. And they also make their money by you bringing the bike back to do maintenance. That's why they have maintenance schedules and all that jazz.
Called planned obsolescence.
Right. They're all about, hey, we got to make money on the back end. That's why when you buy your new bike, they say, hey, you need an exhaust? Because we can put that on the fucking loan.
Yeah, yeah.
You need an air cleaner? We can put that on the loan. You need new whatever? We can put that on the loan. They're all about fucking trying to get repeat customers.
Well,
and that's
smart.
all well and good. But my point is this. In order to really be one with your motorcycle, you might have to get your fucking hands dirty.
Very true. There's a book out there called Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance, and I highly recommend it to most people. Because there is some book. You are that book.
I'm not that. I'm just saying.
We got a garage.
I almost went and grabbed it out of the locker.
we got a garage with motorcycles, tools, and lifts, and oil all over the floor, and primary fluid all over the place, and cat litter that we've used to clean it up, proving just that very fact.
Well, I mean, it's people bitch that it ain't like it used to be, or the old days, and this and that. Man, motherfucker, you're in the good old days right now.
Yeah.
2025. Uncle Donnie's back in office. Shout out the Bone. It
God! You know when we have him on when we get him on for a guest again, he's gonna. Oh boy. Anyway, go ahead.
I would love to.
I'll call
him. It couldn't be easier, man. You can now take out your fucking mobile device and order Harley parts in the comfort of your toilet seat in your bathroom.
And you can go on YouTube and find out how to fix most things on a motorcycle, most things in a car.
I mean, we're living in the best time, and guys are fucking bitching that, oh, it's not like it used to be. Yeah, because you changed, motherfucker.
That's true. That's true.
Harley didn't change. You did. You decided to make it an appliance because, I mean, why would I get dirty fucking working on my own bike? I'll just take it to the dealership.
Well,
fancy bucks.
We also don't own designer jeans, either of us, too. So there's a whole other breed of rider out there, man.
Walmart, $21. Shout out to Wrangler.
Right. Amazon Basics, man.
I am wearing a $60 Dixon flannel, though.
Oh, well, you gotta put your money in the right places sometimes.
You gotta be cool.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we got to keep up with Cholo on that one, right?
Well, he's the Dixon daddy.
He's the granddaddy, I think. Yeah, he's the granddaddy. So, I don't know, man. The more things change, the more things stay the same, right?
Hey, that's just my point. The young guys are out there doing wheelies, and I see fucking old timers online going, that's fucking stupid. Yeah, well, you know what? We were fucking stupid too.
Well, we're doing some stupid thing. We still do stupid shit on motorcycles. We're just a little
smart. The dumbest shit ever.
Yeah. But we're a little smart about our stupidity.
That's right. We calculated risks.
We pick and choose the times of our stupidity.
I mean, do we ride on the shoulder sometimes to get around fucking traffic jams? Maybe.
I mean, do we hug the center line to get up in a pack to help block because they're moving through and you got traffic oncoming? Oh, yeah.
I mean, have I split a lane before? Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Allegedly,
Yeah,
all the
allegedly.
time, constantly.
But those are calculated risks.
Calculated risks.
We please, that they are.
Intelligence is knowing that a tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is knowing that it does not go in a fruit salad.
Mm. Oh, did you just read that this morning on your calendar of the day, or
No, I saw it on a Instagram reel.
there you go. There you go. Instagram. I'm not actively on Instagram, but apparently I am because anything that I put on Facebook automatically goes over to there.
Well, it's owned by the same guy who's now red pilled. So shout out to Zuck.
Well, you're seeing a lot of that happen, huh? We're
Well, he's
against
doing
it. We're
his
against it.
jujitsu. He's doing his fucking TRT. He's fucking yoked out and freedom.
Well,
Welcome aboard.
welcome aboard. I was going to say, you can't beat them, join them, right?
Next thing you know, I'll buy a fucking motorcycle and actually be a real man.
We'll see. I've known many guys that are on them bikes that aren't real men. But yeah, that's for
That's
another
called dating.
That's for another podcast. That's for another show.
Yeah.
That's for another show. So what else is going on?
Nothing.
That much, huh?
Well, I mean, I'm in Wisconsin. It's fucking February. What do you want to talk about? I'm making stew tonight,
Yeah. Oh, well. So you're cooking.
We're cooking. We're eating. Maintaining. We're just getting by. That's what we do.
It gets squirrely up there in the wintertime.
It is what it is.
But it gets
Shout out to
squirrely.
everybody in the north fucking portion of the Wisconsin, Minnesota, Midwest, not cold. It sucks. People say to me all the time, it's like, when are you happy? When I'm fucking blasting down a fucking highway on 2 fucking wheels. What do you do in the winter? Suffer.
I admit though, when I get back down here in the month of October, I don't ride a lot in the month of October. I'm kind of beat.
Right.
After a long summer of, fucking having only a motorcycle to ride, for transportation. So I take October off a lot of times.
Ground pounding.
This time I was forced into it because we had those little hurricane things that came through.
Shout out to North Carolina.
Yeah. They did take the brunt of it for the one. And then
FEMA might have forgot, but we didn't.
FEMA didn't forget.
You would think they did. Anyways, shout out to Bone.
Shout out to Bone, yeah. It's interesting. We hear a lot of people complaining right now, right, on the internet. They're pissed. They're pissed because they're finding that our tax dollars were spent erroneously. in corrupt.
Nice word, by the way.
Thank you. In corrupt manner.
Everybody listening, you can now tell that Tank went to college.
I did.
You did.
And it's amazing because I'm going to draw the correlation. Like, okay, let's say you own a store, right?
Sure.
And you got video cameras on it, and surveillance in the store. You get broken into, right? They take everything. They take all your money. You want to know where it goes, but you can't get into the surveillance system, right?
Right.
So you got a friend, and he says, "I can get into there for you." You say, "Cool." So then he gets into their surveillance system. And he shows you, here, this is who's doing it. There's your video, and you get pissed at him because he violated your privacy.
Look at it like this. There are people in the government that are mad about people auditing the government, yet the government will audit you whenever they want to for no reason whatsoever.
I tell you what, that irony did not escape me. When I read the headline, it was like, IRS employees say they're nervous about an audit. And I was like, what the fuck do you think is going to happen? Welcome to our world, The irony didn't escape me. The news used to be really so disconcerting, but now it's just like happy fun times every day.
Could you
Oh,
imagine if the Jamaican Indian won?
oh gosh. Yeah. Well, I, I
The
don't know.
world works. The world works as it should.
It's amazing how it does. Like, you know what? The American Indian said it best. You know, two rules of life, man. Just breathe in and out. Everything else will happen the way it should.
Why get pissed off? It already happened. Can't change it.
You live in the here now, man. You said it earlier. Like, you're in the best of times. You're in your
Mm-hmm.
good old days. The good old days are right now.
Yep.
If you're fucking living in your past or searching, chasing your happiness in the future, you're never going to find either. Never going to happen.
So
You know,
ride your goddamn fucking Harley-Davidsons. Quit fucking worrying about keeping up with the Joneses because it really doesn't fucking matter. All that matters is fucking wind in your fucking hair if you still have it and fucking blasting down the highway. And if you're lucky enough to have a fucking brother or two with you, how does it get any better?
and leave the GPS at home. Hell, throw the map out too. Just get on that fucker and ride it. You know, ride
Every
right through a
every
couple
road
tanks of
leads
gas.
somewhere.
Exactly, exactly. The world's only so big, man. And you know, down here in Florida, you know, unless you go north, if you go east, west, or south, you're gonna hit fucking water. So, and gator or two.
Remember that old guy that built choppers in fucking Iowa named Tom Fugel?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was a kind of a hipster documentary thing called what was it 21 Days Under the Sun or something like that.
Yep.
He told a story that he was riding and he stopped somewhere and he talked to this old timer. He says, "Yeah, you stay on that highway, you go all the way to California." And Tom was like, "Yeah, what's down there?" He goes, "Don't know, never been." I looked at him and laughed. "You've never been down that highway? Ride that highway and find out what's down at the other end.
Yeah. Take the wrong turn.
Don't spend your life sitting on the porch wondering what could be. Find out
Stop.
what it is."
Stop in that eatery in the middle of fucking nowhere. Talk to the old dude sitting out in front.
Don't stop at Sandy's though, because you're gonna get shit service and cold fucking
Apparently,
food.
apparently, yeah.
Bringing it all right back around.
There you
God
go.
damn it!
Fuck Sandy's and the Thai fusion cuisine. That's all right. Some of
It
the
was
best
actually
food you'll ever
pretty tasty.
have will be what you make.
That's right.
You know,
Make America cook again. Shout out to Sam the cooking guy.
make America cook again. Just don't use eggs. Apparently, they're like $13 a fucking a dozen right now.
Eggs have not gone up. They're fine.
I know
just
they're
bought
fine.
some.
I know. We buy them from a Mennonite grocery chain here. We get them for like four.
Mennonites.
Yes,
There's Amish in Florida.
yes, there are.
Jesus
Yep.
Christ! You
Places
learn something new every day.
Place called Detweiler's, man. I love it because it's an old fashioned fishmonger, old fashioned butchery, old fashioned bakery, produce. Like, yeah.
Shout out to the Amish in Florida.
I just found some San Marzano can tomatoes though from Italy. Ooh,
Oh,
San Marzanos, those are the ones to buy.
shout out to Italy.
Shout out to Italy. Shout out to tomatoes.
Shout out to tomatoes.
I love tomatoes. Love them maters, man.
It's a fruit, but doesn't belong in a fruit salad. We bring it all right back around.
Bring it all right back around. Yep, yep. Same with strawberries. You know, they're the only fruit that has their seed on the outside.
I was gonna say I don't eat strawberries because it's like a fruit with blackheads.
Well, we don't worry about down here. We also get a white strawberry.
A white straw. Well,
What?
first of all, I don't mean blackheads. I don't eat them because of
And you weren't
black
being racist.
people. I mean
nothing.
like pimples,
Right. Like
Right.
Dr. Pimple Popper. You know,
We like black people. Shout out to Vito. It's fantastic.
Vito's a good dude.
He's a good dude.
He is a good dude. But no, we have white strawberries, and that's not
White
racist
strawberries?
but they're actually white. Yeah.
You're saying the white strawberries are better?
No, I'm just saying they taste a little different. They're have a little more of a melony type flavor to them. They're pretty good.
So you prefer the white strawberries?
I don't. You're trying to pigeonhole me. What are you, fucking CNN? Jesus Christ!
Shout out to January 6th. You know, I mean, that was, it's day of. You can find this podcast on QAnon.
No, it'd be Anon, not QAnon. It's either Q or Anon, but not QAnon, you know? I don't know.
Shout out to the Illuminati. I mean, you guys, Kendrick Lamar doing a halftime show. I mean,
Ooh,
Drake's a
ooh,
bitch.
ooh. There was so much in that. That was it was oh my God, that what an experience. Shout out to the NFL for pulling the
Shout
bait
out to the NFL.
for pulling the bait and switch on the American people by pulling the commercials that Elon Musk had paid for at the last minute.
Shout
Yeah.
out to ending racism because they took that off the fucking end zone. You know,
Yeah.
racism solved, people. So
Did you watch the Super Bowl? Did you see it?
no,
Did you see it? I'm
no.
telling you, it was right in your face the whole time, the whole game. Okay, it was all right in your face. Fucking Kansas City got the shit beat out of him. It was awesome.
Shout out for Taylor Swift getting booed, and taking it like a
Oh,
champ.
her
Taking it
fan,
like a champ.
her fans, man, they've come up with like a petition. They want America to apologize to her.
Well, people are starting to shovel.
Oh well, it must be that time, brother. So, shit. Well, I
Let's
guess
put
it's
a
been
ribbon on
fun.
this thing.
Yeah. Sandy's sucks. Motorcycles are appliances. Old dudes rule. Change your fucking oil yourself. Right? Ride your ride.
Ride your ride.
And Taylor Swift's got no ass.
She doesn't.
It really is like a flat white girl butt.
She is very talented, though. We're not trying to piss off the
I
Swifties
am throwing no
or
shade on
Swifties.
her
We don't.
whatsoever. No,
Nope.
no,
Nope.
no, no.
Nope.
My
Tay
granddaughter is a
rules.
huge fan. I wouldn't do that.
Mm-mm.
But
We
I
love
wouldn't.
Taylor Swift.
But I'm not going to pay $175 a ticket to go see her either. So
No, we're not because we're poor. We're poor
exactly.
dirtbag bikers that just fucking want to cruise and do our thing.
That's right. That's what we are when we're stuck that way. And I love it. Well, brother, it's been good. Sorry you're up there in this fucking snow. Cook more, go out less, fuck Sandy's. And everybody, just remember the most dangerous part in your motorcycle is the nut that connects the seat to the handlebars, Pete. Nothing? You got nothing?
What do you want me to say? Oh shit! I'm sorry. I thought that was the end. Uh
Usually you have some last minute comment.
oh. Don't be a dick.
There you go. I like it.